Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man here is Scott, complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up the third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Wentz on third down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That was Ronnie Lott on the safety blitz as he gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. Brings up third down.
No score after one on EA Sports.
With no score.
On third down, it's James. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Andre Johnson there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
And automatic, Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the posts. I have to be careful because it's almost boring. You know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Ryan has since passed him.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and It's incomplete. Boston Scott, the one he was looking for that time. But it's going to be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by Julius Peppers. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken at the 37. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Ed McCaffrey. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, Not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Boston Scott, his first carry, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Eagle ball carrier.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it bowls over him. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Julius Peppers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Julius Peppers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
The 26-yard line.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. The Hall of Famer's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
Chargers 13, Eagles nothing.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard.
Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Scott.
Wentz's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
On for the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
16, Eagles nothing.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting him.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
Covered by the Chargers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Anderson's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0.
Eagles nothing.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And they're on 21-yard.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And that is incomplete.
Wentz's pass intended for Zach Ertz. Incomplete. now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 37. Anderson's kick is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0.
Makes the score Chargers 22, Eagles nothing.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Patrick Peterson.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go